In 2019, our church rallied together for one extraordinary day. Sponsors, donors, and volunteers helped us raise over $1.2 million at our golf tournament for the work happening here in Uganda for our partner Kuwasha. I'm here in Uganda standing 3 years later where all of the projects are completed, and let me tell you, there has been such a difference made in the community through the projects we were able to support.
As I was still small, if you could get sick, it was hard to access medical attention. So we could use herbs, herbal medicine. My mom could grab some herbal medicine, prepare a receipt for you, and you take.
Our grandmother usually could squeeze some so-called herbs. Could help in the, like even fever, when you could get some fever. Clinics had medicine, but the medicines were kind of expensive. So grandmom couldn't afford them.
Shabali is in an incredibly remote part of Uganda. That can make life really challenging. Water is always a challenge. It's hard to find clean water sources, and healthcare is not always available.
We used to have water, but water wasn't so clean as such. We used to walk a distance of probably around like 2 kilometers to get water.
At home, we used to fetch water. It was always dirty water. If you could get sick, it was hard to access medical attention. And that's how we used to survive. I think by God's grace, we used to survive.
The health center was actually born out of a need in the community. So our organization focuses entirely on education. But we realized early on that you can't educate kids that are sick, and you certainly can't educate kids that have sick parents or sick family members either. In 2008, the building was initially built. This was an outpatient or a walk-in clinic. Having the health center on the property where our school is located is very important.
Whenever I felt anything that could hurt my health, I could rush to the health center. I couldn't let it grow bigger so that I couldn't go to school. Yeah, so that I could concentrate in class, I couldn't miss school.
In 2019, there was 18,000 people that were treated at that health center. And we outgrew it. We outgrew this small building. As well, we outgrew the services that were offered there.
I stood in the maternity ward where new moms were giving birth in a safe and clean environment, and then seeing the overnight ward where patients who were extremely sick were getting the care that they really needed. And then the whole water collection system at the hospital that was feeding clean water and running water at the hospital regularly, and then around the school so that in times of drought they weren't without water. And right now I'm actually standing where dormitories were built at a girls' high school, where over 240 girls are now able to attend school because of these dormitories. We provide the funds, but what really makes a vision come to life are the staff and the people that are here on the ground making the work happen. And that is where Smart Partnership comes in. I am so excited about what the Kuwasha team is doing because we got to meet with some of their local staff who are actually former students and have a vision to be able to sustainably fund the hospital within Uganda.
So we were so thankful for the Village Golf Tournament where we were able to construct what is now what we call a level 3 health center, which is a mini hospital which includes overnight ward and a maternity section as well as some HIV services.
This health center has created a very big impact in people's lives. With that, I think it has really reduced the death rate in the area because people are getting medical attention. Previously, people could die because they don't know what they're suffering from. But currently, since you come to the hospital, they check for what you're suffering from, and they treat you, and you get well.
We don't want to ever turn patients away. So one of the challenges that Kuwasha has faced is how do we continue to support that health center along the way? And our team has come up with an incredible idea and initiative where they want to grow coffee on our property and around our community and use the revenue from that coffee to support healthcare in our community.
Growing coffee right now in Uganda is actually the best. It's the best idea because it's a very profitable business.
For me, the most exciting thing is that many people are being employed in the farm, and then many people are very happy for the farm. Because like around the community, we have, like we are related to many people in around the community. If you give him a job, he will help his son to go to school. If you give him money, he will help a mother go to hospital.
Coffee, like we know it, is actually it's a long-term asset. It is not something that is going to, you're not growing it just for 1 year. A coffee tree can stay for 40 years plus. So when you talk of sustainability, I think that's a good plan. With time, we might actually not need to depend on donors or outside funding to finance the clinic. We shall mostly be relying on the income that is coming from the coffee. So the income from the farm is actually very, very fundamental to the sustainability of the medical center.
Thank you, Village Church. If you were part of that day in any way, thank you so much. This is your impact in action.